So on your backs, we're going to begin with we call it a body scan. So it's not a relaxation, it's not really meditation, it's just an opportunity for you to take a full scan of your body from head to toes and try to bring your awareness to the parts that will, when we're really going to cover the whole body, but try to bring your awareness to this scan and try not to kind of filter out and fall into sleep. It's really a time to be aware and to be present with what you might be feeling within the body. So even if you're not on your back and you choose to sit, you can still participate in the scan with us. And you can either keep your eyes closed or bring your gaze down. Actually, we'll begin at the feet. And with the toes, noticing how your feet feel from the bottom, the sole, the arch, all of the toes, through your ankles. And the calves, the shins, up to the top of the knee and the back of the knees. Notice if any of these areas feel tense, tight, well, and good. And then moving up into the thigh, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the back of the leg, and through the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, and the low back, mid back, upper back. And then the front of the body, the belly, the abdomen, the ribs, the rib cage, and all of that area that expands through the middle of the body, the middle of the chest. And then into the heart center and across the chest. Just noticing how all of this feels. Do you feel well? Does it feel good? Is there ease or unease? Are you comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? Are there specific areas here that you haven't noticed before? You haven't noticed that they feel well or unwell? And then into the shoulders, front and back, top. And then down the upper arm, the triceps, the back of the arm, the biceps. Sorry, the triceps, the back of the arm, and then the front of the arms, the biceps. And into the lower arms, front and back, wrists, hands, and fingers. Just taking notice of all of these digits. Any area that feels good or not so good. And then returning to the Shoulders will move up into the neck region, the front and back, noticing how it feels. Noticing how your jaw is feeling. Is it tense? Is it relaxed? Is there pain or discomfort? Or does it feel well? And then moving up through the face, the cheeks, lips, inside the mouth, your nose, your ears, eyes, and the forehead. And the top of the head, the whole entire head. How does that feel? How does the whole body feel? And are there particular areas within that have caught your attention that you didn't even notice? Maybe because they feel better than ever, or maybe because there are areas that need your attention, need a little more TLC. And then as you've done a full scan, if you can bring your attention to those areas, or even just pick one of those areas that need a little more attention and time. And see if you can bring a little more space to this place. Can you breathe into that area a little bit more? Open it up. And can we give it a little more attention today during the practice? And if it's an area that you can reach while laying or sitting, put your hands right there, maybe one on top of the other or next to each other, reminding yourself that you'll do your best to bring your energy and your attention to this area during the practice. And begin to deepen your breath. Find a rhythm that feels good for you. It feels comfortable and natural. Allowing the breath to guide you into how you should feel. If you're laying on your back, you can roll over to rest on one side. And then use your top arm and hand for support to guide yourself up into a seated posture of your choice. And then bring your palms together at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And from your home, you can share the sound of Om with me if you'd like, taking a deep breath in. And then we'll interlace, bring the fingers to an intertwined position. Relax the elbows down. Take an inhale and send the hands all the way up to the ceiling, bringing your gaze up. And then exhale, release the arms, bring them all the way down. Bring the hands all the way down to your sides. Palms are open. And then again, bring the arms up. Take an inhale. Good, interlace, bring the palms together. And then exhale, release, arms come down, palms open. Good, one more time, take an inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Good. And then exhale, flip the palms up to the ceiling. Release the arms down, take them behind your back, interlace again. Inhale, extend the arms away from you as you look up. And then on the exhale, bring the upper body forward. The crown of the head reaches forward. And then settle in wherever it's comfortable. You can either bring your head all the way down to your mat or the floor, arms rise up. Or you can keep your head suspended in air, in space. And then an inhale, lift up part way. And exhale, release, sending the crown of the head all the way up to the ceiling. Release your arms back down. This time palms are down. Good. Take an inhale, bring the right arm all the way up. Look up towards the right hand. And then as you exhale, straighten the spine. Nice and long, and then we'll take a twist to the left. The right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand is behind the back. Keep the spine long, lift the crown of the head. Extend the left arm behind the back. Looking over the left fingertips. And then slowly bring the left arm out to the left side and all the way out in front. Good. Cross it over to the right knee. Good. And then extend your arms out. Give yourself a hug. The left arm is over the right. And if you can reach your shoulder blades, that's great. If not, just reach your hands behind your back. Take an inhale, open the arms all the way out, nice and wide. And then exhale, place the right hand down. Lift the left arm all the way up. Keep the left arm lifted. Lift the spine, take an inhale. And then on the exhale, left hand comes to the right knee, right hand behind the back. Keep the spine long, crown of the head reaches to the ceiling. Extend the right arm behind the back, look over the right fingertips. And then slowly bring the right arm out to the right side, all the way out to the front. And then cross the right arm over the left, give yourself a hug, reach for opposite shoulders, shoulder blades, or even placing the hands anywhere on the back. And then take an inhale, open the arms nice and wide. And as you exhale, bring the hands out in front, transitioning into a tabletop position. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. The spine is nice and long. Bringing the gaze down to the space between the thumbs. Begin to find a soft, gentle movement with the hips. Maybe it's a circular motion, moving clockwise. Or maybe it's back and forth, front to back or left to right. And notice how your hips are feeling. Sitting a lot, maybe more than we're used to. So find a little bit of movement as we begin the practice. We begin our flow. And pause where you need to, if you need to extend through or stretch a little bit more. And we'll all bring the hips back towards the heels. Curl your toes so that your hips are resting on your heels. And your arms are extended nice and long. Reach the fingertips as far as you can. Take an extended puppy dog stretch here. Almost coming into child's pose, but not quite yet. Good. And then lift the hips back up, press into the hands, and then lower your upper body all the way down to your mat, to your chest. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale, lift up to a baby cobra. And exhale, release all the way down to the mat. And again, take an inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, lift. Good. This time, maybe lift the hands off the mat. Lift the legs off the mat. And exhale, release. Everything drops. And then bring your arms out in front, bend the elbows, rest your forehead on your hands. And circle your legs to release the low back. Allow the legs to come back down to the mat straight behind you. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift yourself up into baby cobra, full cobra, back to tabletop, and then into child's pose. Hips come all the way down to the heels. Let's rest the shoulders by bending the elbows. Bring the forehead down. And then go ahead, extend the arms all the way out. Lift the hips, come back into tabletop. Extend the right leg all the way back. Bring the toes down to the mat. Press into the toes. Press the heel down towards the mat. Keep your gaze forward. Good. And then release back to the toes. And then to the top of the foot. Opposite stretch. Good. Back to the toes. Take an inhale, lift the legs straight up. And exhale, release it all the way down. 4 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, foot drops back down. Let your breath guide your leg. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. 2 more. Good. Toes are on the mat. Take an inhale, lift the leg. And then exhale, send the leg over to the left side. Bring your gaze over the left shoulder towards the right, looking at the right foot. Okay. And then inhale, bring the leg back. Lift it straight up. On the exhale, send it out to the right side. Do your best to either bring it to the side of the foot or bring the foot flat. Good. Another inhale. And then an exhale, slide the foot in. And then step it forward between the hands. We'll walk the right foot out to the right edge of the mat. Rest the small toe on the edge of the mat. And then press into the pads of the fingers, into the 4 corners of the right foot. And then if you'd like, you can always extend your knee out slightly, even taking your hand and guiding it open. That's just an option. It's not necessary. You can simply keep your foot even. Bring your right hand down as it was. Maybe just play around with how that feels in your hip. Good. And then to release, we'll walk the right foot back in, heel toe to the center of the mat. Good. Keep your left hand down. Reach your right arm all the way up to the ceiling, opening up through the right side of the body. Good. Taking an inhale, lift through the fingertips. And then on the exhale, send the right arm forward. Bring it down to the outside of the right foot. Send the toes up towards the ceiling. Walk the hands back. And then press back into the foot. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift the toes. few more times. Inhale, press, and exhale, lift. Good, one more time. In and out. Good, press back into the right foot. And then here, an option either to stay on your left knee or lift the left knee off the mat. Good. And then one more time, we inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, send the fingertips as far up as you can. Good, and then again, arm comes out in front, inhale. And exhale, release. If your knee is lifted, we'll bring it down to the mat. Bring the right knee back to meet the left. Good. Returning into tabletop. Good. From tabletop, inhale as you lift the chest, look up to the ceiling into cow pose. And then exhale, round the back into cat. See if you can grow a little bit deeper each time. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. 3 more times, one more together. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. 2 more on your own in silence. And then come back into a flat back, into tabletop. Extend the left leg straight back. Toes on the mat. Pressing into the toes, press the heel down towards the mat. Feel how this stretch affects your leg, your toes, your breath. Good, and then release back to the toes. Flip the foot, the top of the foot now pressing into the mat. And then release back to the toes. Good. Take an inhale, lift the left leg straight up. And exhale, release, bring the toes down. Keep the toes active and flexed. Let the breath guide your leg. Inhale, lift the leg. And exhale, release down. 3 more times. In and out. In and out. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. We'll inhale 1 more time. And then exhale, bring the whole leg over to the right side. Bring your gaze over your right fingertips. Your right shoulder towards your left toes. And then inhale, lift the legs straight back. Press the heel towards the back of the room. And then on the exhale, slide the leg out to the left side, either onto the side of the foot or onto the foot itself, whatever's most comfortable. And then slide the left foot in, step it up between the hands, guide it out to the left side of the mat, small toe rests on the edge of the mat, pressing into the 4 corners of the foot, into the pads of the fingers. And again, you have the option of taking your left hand, opening up the knee, which opens up the hip. If that's not feeling like what you need, you can simply bring the knee back in, bring your hand back down to the mat. And then heel toe your foot to the center of the mat. Place your right hand down, lift your left arm up. Take an inhale, look up towards the left fingertips. And exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale one more time, keep lifting. And then exhale, release left hand down. We'll lift the left toes up to the ceiling, guide your hands back. Good. Take an inhale with the foot lifted, and then exhale, press back into the left foot. Again, inhale, lift, and exhale, press. One more time, in and out. Hands come to the top. Again, here you can either keep your right knee on the mat, or you can lift the knee, press into the right hand, and then lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Find that space with your left shoulder, the left side of the body, left fingertips reaching up. Take an inhale. And then an exhale, gently release, hand back down to the mat. With that long lift, if your knee is on the mat, lift it. You feel long, long extension, long lunge on the left. And then a big step to the top with your right foot. Place right foot next to left. Keep the knees soft and bent, and find a forward fold. Reach the hands down towards the feet. And even take big toe lock, which is the first finger and the thumb, or the index finger and the thumb, around the big toe. And then release your hands. Take an inhale, bring the hands to the top of the knees. The back is flat and long. And then an exhale, begin to uncurl through the spine, reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling. Open up the shoulders, open up the chest, open up the arms down by your side. And we'll take a cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale with a sigh. The biggest breath you've taken all day. Holding mountain pose and taking a quick scan of your body. Returning to that scan from the toes, through the legs, through the mid-body, the pelvis, the hips, through that belly, abdomen, ribs, chest, all the way up through the head and the back of the body. Just noticing what you feel, what feels good, what needs attention. And can you bring your breath here? Can we continue to bring some space and awareness to these areas? And can you allow these areas to soften, to be gentle, to be mindful? And then take a deep breath in, bring the arms all the way up, palms come together. And then an exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down to the legs, feet, or floor. Inhale, lift up halfway, back is flat. And exhale, forward fold. Hands reach down. Inhale as the arms rise out and up, palms come overhead. And exhale, hands drop into the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Again, inhale, big breath, lift up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you rise, arms come all the way up, palms together. And exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands to heart. Good, one more together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come out to the side, all the way up, palms together. And exhale, hands to heart. Two more, we'll do them in silence. Move to your own breath, your own flow, and allow the breath to guide you. Open up the arms, return to mountain pose. Take a step back with the right foot. Begin to bend the left knee softly. The right heel is lifted, arms are open, shoulders are open, the heart center is open. And then take an inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, hands come into the heart. Drop the right foot down, begin to straighten the left leg. Take an inhale, look up to the ceiling. And then exhale, fold over the left leg, coming into pyramid pose. If your right foot starts to turn out slightly, that's okay. Just find that comfort within the foot, within the leg, and then the entire posture. And then release the hands down to the mat or floor. Good. Bring the hands to the back of the right leg. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, unwind all the way up. Bend the left knee again, open up the arms. Good. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, pivot to your right. Toes are slightly pointed in, arms come out to a T. Bring the hands to the low back. Take an inhale as you look up. And then exhale with the crown of the head leading you forward. Come to a flat back. You can stop here or continue the journey down towards the mat, bringing the crown of the head towards your mat. Your hands can stay at your low back, on your legs, your feet, or even the mat. Remember to find your breath, find your ease. On the next inhale, lift up halfway, back is flat again. And then bring the hands to the hips or the waist as you exhale and uncurl, straightening the spine. Pivot the front foot, the left foot forward. The right foot will stay at about a 45-degree angle. Good. Bend the left knee. Bring the hips forward so they're squared with the front of the mat. Good. And then release the arms down to the side. Palms are open. Take an inhale as you lift the arms. Bring them all the way up. And then exhale. Continue to lift. Palms can stay here. Come together. Warrior one. It feels okay for your head and neck. Look up at the hands. Otherwise, you can keep your gaze forward. Take an inhale, keep lifting. And then on the exhale, drop the hands into the heart center. Open the elbows out to the side to shoulder level. And pivot the right foot so it's parallel now with the back of the mat. The hips come to the right side and open up for warrior two. If you take a quick peek at your right arm, the back arm, and see if it's in line with your left, aligned with your left arm. Looking just past the left fingertips, take an inhale, flip the left palm up, and then exhale into peaceful warrior. The left arm lifts up and overhead. Looking up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, straighten the left arm, reach it up to the ceiling. And then exhale, the left forearm comes to the top of the left leg. Your right hand can either stay at your low back. You can reach it up to the ceiling. Or you can bring it over the head. And just be careful not to sort of melt into your left forearm, but you're really holding, you're supporting your upper body with that arm. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up to the ceiling. And exhale, return to warrior two. And straighten the left leg. Reach forward with the left fingertips. Arms and legs are straight. And exhale, release. Left arm down, right arm rises up. Into triangle pose. Keep lifting through the right side of the body. Good. Another inhale. And an exhale, release back to warrior two. And then from here, turn the back foot, the right foot forward. Bring the hands down to the mat. Stepping into your left foot. Lift the right leg into a half split. So the hips are forward. Both hips are facing forward. The right toes are pointed down towards the mat. And then use your hands for support. So you can keep the leg lifted, or you can even reach back for your right foot. Bend the knee, reach for the foot. Maybe one hand or maybe both. If you're holding your foot, release it straight back, point the toes down. And then step the right foot to the top, meet the left. And relax into a forward fold. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. And an exhale, uncurl all the way up Reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling. Opening up, mountain pose. Take one more cleansing breath, in and out with a sigh. And then an inhale, arms lift up nice and long, nice and tall. Step the left foot back into a lunge. Bend the right knee. Look up at the ceiling or towards the hands if you can. And then release the arms down. Relax the left heel down to the mat. Interlace the hands behind the back. Take an inhale as you lift the neck and chest, look up. And then as you exhale, drop over the right leg, lift the arms towards the ceiling. Again, you may find that your left foot is at an angle, that's fine. Coming into pyramid pose. Take an inhale, drop the arms down to your low back, lift up halfway, and then an exhale, rise all the way up. We'll turn the back foot so it's about 45 degrees, bend the right knee, open up the arms to your side, shoulders, arms and chest are open, and then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, extend through the fingertips or bring the hands together. Good. Inhale, drop the hands into the heart, open up the elbows to the side, and then send the hips to the left. Bring the left foot parallel to the back of the mat. And exhale, warrior two. Arms reach nice and long. Look over the right fingertips. You can look back at your left hand or energetically notice if it's in line with the right, aligned with the shoulders. And then inhale, flip the right palm up to the ceiling. And exhale, peaceful warrior. Your left arm can either extend alongside the back of your left leg or around your back for a bind. Inhale, extend the right arm straight up to the ceiling. Everything else stays where it is. And exhale, bring the top of the right arm, the forearm, to the top of the right leg. Your left hand can be at the low back, shoulders open, straight up to the ceiling, shoulders open, or over the head. Again, try to keep your shoulder open, whichever option you take. You can inhale, lift, and exhale, release. Warrior two, back to our foundation pose. Good. And then an inhale, we'll straighten the right leg, reach forward with the right fingertips, and lower the right arm as the left arm rises for triangle pose. Try to stack your left arm over your right, your left hip over your right hip. Good. One more inhale, lift through the left side of the body. And then exhale back to warrior two. You turn the back foot, the left foot forward. Drop the hands down to the mat. Bring the right foot with your hands. And then step into your right foot as you lift the left leg into a half split, standing half split. And again, you have the option to bring your hand, one or both, to the back of your right leg, or bend the knee, reach back for the right foot. Maybe your right hand's on your right foot, your left hand's on your calf. You can play around with it. See what feels good. If you're holding your foot, extend it straight back again, returning to our standing split. And then step the left foot to the top. Good. And inhale, lower down. Exhale a little deeper. On the next inhale, reach the arms out to the side, all the way up to the ceiling. Look up towards the fingertips. And exhale, hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll move the feet out just a bit so that the heels are connected. Lower down into a squat now. So do what feels best for your body, for your knees. If you have issues with your knees, it may be more comfortable just to take a very high squat, I should say. So you're just bending the knees gently. Or maybe halfway. And as you begin to lower, your heels will lift. And we're coming on to our toes. You can always come down as far as you can. Supporting ourselves with our toes, with our feet. Heels are lifted off the mat. Know that your body will support you. Your breath will balance you. And then to release from here, bring one hand behind you, the other behind as well. And then come down to your seat, extend the legs all the way out in front. And then bring your hands by your hips. Lift the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling. And then open the palms. Keep that length through the spine. Take an inhale as you lift and reach up. And then with a straight spine, reach over the legs towards the feet. Good. And an inhale, lift the head. Exhale, come all the way back up. Slide the right leg in. Again, open the arms. So two options here. We'll all start with our arms open. And then inhale, lift the arms up. You can either reach over the left leg, or you can reach around the right around the right leg and behind the back for a bind. If you can find your fingers, that's great. Even if you can't, just that mere act of reaching will lead you closer over time. Wherever you are here, take an inhale, lift the head, and exhale, release all the way back up. And then take your right foot, your right leg, cross it over your left. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale as you lengthen the spine. And then an exhale, we'll twist to our right. Right hand comes behind the back. We look over the right shoulder. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, release. Send the right leg out to meet the left. Slide the left foot in. Open the palms out to the side. Take an inhale as you lift. And then either extend on the exhale over the right leg or take that bind around the leg behind the back. Keeping the toes active. And then an inhale, head lifts. Exhale, release, whichever pose you're in. Cross the left foot over the right leg. And then inhale, first lift the spine. And then exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Take an inhale, look back to center, straight ahead. Exhale, release. Extend your left leg straight out. Good. And then very slowly we'll lower all the way down to our back. Take your time, there's no rush. The slower you go, the more control, the more you use your core. And then find your way down to your back. And take a full body stretch. Arms extend out behind you. Toes reach forward. And another cleansing breath in and out with a sigh. Bring the right knee into the chest. Keep your left leg long and active. And then bend the left knee, bring the sole of the foot to the floor. We'll cross the right ankle over top of the left leg. Thread your arms behind the left leg. Pull the leg gently in towards the chest. And then cross the right leg over the left. We'll bring both the knees down to the left side. Good. And then place your left hand to your right hip. You can either open your right arm out to the right side, looking over the right shoulder, or you can take the right hand towards the right foot, slightly bringing the foot back. Inhale, bring the knees back up. And exhale as you uncross right from left. Bring the sole of the right foot down. Actually, first let's extend the leg straight down and bring the left knee into the chest. For wind reliever, hugging the knee in. And then bring the sole of the right foot down to the mat, close to the buttocks. Cross the left ankle over top of the right leg. Thread the arms around the hamstring. And feel that gentle pull, push, pull between the two legs. And cross the left leg over the right. Bring both knees down to the right side. And then either open the left arm or you can bring it to the right foot. Your right hand can be at your left hip. Play around with what feels good here. Maybe it's just one of the two options. And then we'll inhale, bring the knees back up. Exhale, release. Bringing both feet down now to the mat. Pressing the palms face down. Take an inhale as you lift the hips, just the hips. Reach up, hips and low back. And then exhale, release everything back down to the mat. Again, inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale all the way back down. Good. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale all the way down. And soles of the feet together. We'll open up the knees. Bring the first finger and thumb, the index finger and thumb together. Palms are open. Recline bound angle. You're welcome to hold this as your final resting pose. Or you can always extend the legs out, opening them wide to the sides of the mat. Opening the palms. And allow the breath to return to a more natural rhythm as you rest. Shavasana. continue to rest your body, rest your mind, rest your breath. Take another scan of your body from toes, the legs, through the upper body and the head, down the arms. And just notice what you feel. We're not trying to change anything, we're just noticing and allowing it to be. And slowly begin to make some small movements with the hands and the feet, wiggling fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, turn to rest on your left side. And pause here for a breath or two. And then push yourself up with your right hand. Coming back into any comfortable seated posture of your choice. Bringing palms together at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. We'll share the sound of Om together. Deep breath in. Om. Namaste.